crossing a red line will result in death. Crime does not pay.
It's the Solar One Sci-Fi Podcast.
Hello and welcome to 162 of the dreaded Solar One Sci-Fi Podcast, coming to you live from two studios, one in Portsmouth, well it's not Portsmouth, outside of Portsmouth and in from central London. And I present to you my co-host, another demigod, a demigod of science fiction, and I'm a demigod of science fiction. And I'd like to put us both together. It's like getting a cocktail and shaking it around, and you end up with me and Michael Ball.
Hello.
So, hello. Welcome to the channel.
So, are you shaken and not stirred, are you?
I could be.
So, are you like a podcast mixer kind of thing? It's kind of like, or are you like, do we mix well, or are we like oil and water kind of thing? I don't know how it works.
I think we mix well. We're like the
Yeah.
We're like the porn star on the beach cocktail.
So, what flavour? What? All right. So, what
with
would
the spoons in a pitcher?
what would we actually taste like though? What would we? Would it be like whiskey and coke, or would it be like a gin and tonic, or
Smirnoff.
Smirnoff?
Yeah.
Okay, or moonshine or something, maybe. Something. I don't know what that tastes like. So anyway, nice to talk to you. Thank you for coming on. What?
Yeah, it's good to see you, my friend. How are you?
Yeah, not bad. Not a lot to report this week. Just saying before we hit record, I went up to London, had a nice family get together in Richmond, which I've not been to for ages, so it was nice to be up there. It's half term at the moment in the UK, so I've got a week quiet, although I've got family commitments as we always have to. Yeah, pretty good. Not a lot going on the sci-fi side though. There's the promotion for the new Doctor Who is starting to ramp up now. I can't remember if I mentioned last week, but the first ever episode of Doctor Who will not be on iPlayer because of some copyright issue with the guy who wrote the first story, which I think is a bit petty, really, a bit sad.
It's coming quite legal as well. The son of the guy apparently wrote it, and there's saying they didn't, or he wrote some of it, and I'm on a YouTube group with I'm not going to better not mention names.
Yeah, it's up to you. That's your.
And they're really into it. I keep getting posted stuff, and it's the right carry on. So yeah, bye bye, Unearthly Child. Won't be seeing you again until the BBC pays. I mean, it'd be in the interest of the BBC just to buy the fucking rights straight out.
Well, I would have thought so.
But they're not. He wanted so much. They offered him something, and he wants more. Fan base are not happy about it, and from what I've read at the comments, it's sort of interesting. But I do have the episode, so I don't really give a shit.
No, I don't give a shit either, quite frankly.
No.
In the end, it's been out on so many different formats over the years, whether it's VHS, DVD, Blu-ray. I think so. Is season 1 of Doctor Who on Blu-ray? I can't remember. Whatever it is.
No, not yet. It's on its. Well, no, it's not, because the Doctor Who.
Well, actually, they won't be able to do it if it's not. They won't be able to release it, will they?
The box sets, what they've upscaled all the Doctor Who to Blu-ray.
Yeah, this is what they're working on.
If that gets, I know they haven't done any Hartnells yet.
Oh,
so
have they? They've done no Hartnells at all?
No, I don't think there's any Hartnells. They've done. I don't think there's the second Doctor either.
I thought I know they've done some John Pertwee. I thought they'd done at least one of each.
Pertwee. They've done.
I thought they did one of Patrick Troughton and one of William. I don't know. I need to check. You might be right.
I don't think there's the Patrick Troughton box set.
Oh, okay.
But they've done all the other Doctors.
I know they've done all the other Doctors, but I thought they did something. I don't know. But I've got a copy anyway, and it's it does need to be tied to the Blu-ray.
So I don't know. So if that is on its way, you won't be getting that until they sort.
Well, then they won't be. I mean, they can't release the first season box set if they haven't got an Unearthly Child. I mean, seriously, that is the. It is a big story. It's one of the biggest in Doctor Who's history. If they can't, I'll just pay the Muppet. Just pay the twat. Just pay him off. Do
fucking pay TV license. So use the money and buy it.
Yeah, I have to pay a TV license, and the only show I watch each year on BBC is Doctor Who. And the last few seasons have been a bit, not exactly the best quality.
Well, when I go, if I watch normal telly. I get a license, but I don't watch normal telly.
Yeah, but like I said, the only thing I watch, I do pay a license. The only show I watch is Doctor Who.
yeah,
Is it?
yeah.
That's the only show that on TV on BBC that I want to see. I don't want to watch bloody EastEnders. Thank you very much. Or take the high. Well, not take the high road. What's it called? That Gardeners thing on Sundays. All this crap that they put on, and that bakery thing. That thing that they got. Gosh.
I never said it, my
No,
friend.
I'm not going to watch that shit.
And I saw the other day they've cancelled. They've cancelled
What?
Doctors.
They cancelled Doctor what?
They've cancelled Doctors.
Oh yeah, isn't it a soap opera or something? Doctors.
I know it's on Jorick Date after.
I know they used to have the
they've
young
cancelled
doctors. They used to have the young doctors. That was an Australia's soap, wasn't it?
it. That was good though, because when it started, it was like a porno film, wasn't it?
Don't remember.
You know what that? You know what?
I don't
that-
remember it. I don't remember
Oh
it.
no, come on!
I don't remember it. How does the music go?
What?
How does the music go?
Yeah. Oh, you've ruined everything again.
What? I don't know about
I was
some-
on a moment then, and you ruined it.
Yeah, but you muffled it. I couldn't hear your lovely vocal
Oh,
inflections.
Right, well, introduction of the Young Doctors. I mean, all they were doing in Young Doctors was just having affairs and really cheesy sets.
Did it
But
go?
they have this like,
Did it go?
like-
Oh no, yeah.
yeah.
It's come back to me now.
Yeah, it was like the old sets look like a porno set from the 70s, you know, with wonky walls and that. Maybe you should add the introduction of the Young Doctors music.
And it was Australian, right?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Because the film that we're actually reviewing today was made in Australia, which I only discovered as I watched it.
Oh, was it made in Australia though?
It was. So all at the end, it was an Australian production, even though it had American actors.
Apart from Mr. Lambert, who's French.
Yeah, but I mean, they all went over there, but it was filmed in Australia. Yeah,
Yeah.
and obviously Jeffrey Combs, who I'm a big fan of.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Kurt Brotwood's, what's his name? Kurt Brotwood.
Kurtwood Smith.
Kurtwood Smith, sorry. He was obviously American as well. So, yeah, I want to talk
I
about
didn't
this.
know that one made it. Oh, well, we'll talk about that when we get
Yeah,
there.
yeah, no problem. So you've now seen the whole series of Foundation, which I need to see. You still want me to check that out soon, I assume?
Well, it's up to you. Do you want to check it
No,
out?
I do want to know. What I'm saying is, you said to me it's worth checking out, so I will definitely check that out. Once,
Well, it is, yeah, but the longer we leave it, the more it starts going away.
All right. Well, look. I tell you what.
Because I'm not sitting through that again.
No. Okay. Well, next week is the Halloween episode, and I did a
Right.
vote. I did a vote on my channel for the most out of The Fog, The Mist, and Poltergeist. And what won was The Fog. So if you
I said that to you.
yeah. So next week we'll do The Fog, and then
Right.
the week after that we'll do Foundation. How does that sound? All right. Season
Right,
2.
and I want to do Robo Jocks as well.
RoboCops.
No. Robot Jocks.
Is it a Scottish version of RoboCop?
No. They made this film in 1980s. Gary
Yes.
Graham, actually.
Gary Graham. Yeah, I like Gary Graham. Yeah, he's a good actor. Yeah.
He's the hero. It's about two society, America and the East and the West, to fight for resources through giant mech robots. They made it in 80s. It was.
All right. We'll put it on the shopping list. Put it on the shopping list.
No, it's really good. It's really. I'd like to do Robot.
Yeah, well, okay. Well, like I said, it's a mutual thing. We talk like try to take turns of movies and stuff like that. And I've seen a lot of stuff that you've recommended. Most of it I've enjoyed, not all of it, but I didn't like Santa Claus Invades the Martians against the Martians. That was definitely one of the weaker ones.
Well, I enjoyed.
But it was
Halloween
funny.
3.
It was. Yes, you did. Yeah.
I enjoyed Halloween 3.
And have you still seen The Mist yet? Because I thought The Mist was a brilliant film. He didn't like it. It's a classic horror movie.
You're more of a horror dude than
Yeah, and you're more of a superhero. It's weird, isn't it?
I'm
We're very slightly different.
not a superhero.
Oh, you like all the Marvel and you like
Yeah,
Condor Man. and-
all right, yeah, I do. I like some horror. I can't really get into horror. I saw that fucking thing last week, both of them. Never
What?
watching that again.
What?
That way you've got to be quiet all the time.
Oh, Bird Box. Is it Bird Box?
No, no,
So,
she's pregnant. She's having a baby. She can't make any
yeah,
noise.
what's it called? I can't remember.
The silent or something. Absolutely ridiculous.
I tell you, one thing I would never review is the remake of The Hills of Eyes. That was god awful.
Oh, I've seen them. I've seen the originals.
I know. I think the original one's alright, but the remake.
Him with the bald head and the way
yeah, who was in?
Michael Berryman.
Yeah, he
Michael Berryman.
was a Bolian in the Next Generation. But Silent Hill, the remake, was absolutely terrible. It was awful. It was one of the worst movies I've ever seen. And
Why did you watch that? Why did you go watch that?
Because it was quite an interesting idea of a village with inbred people. It might have been interesting, but it was just not. It wasn't just horror. It was just sadistic. I mean, whoever directed that film and made that film has got a screw loose. They weren't playing with the full deck.
I like People Under the Staircase.
The people under the stairs.
Something like that.
Yeah.
That's really good.
I've seen that.
I like that. I was a fan of that. Saw. I've seen Saw. Just didn't have any time for that.
Saw.
No, I've only seen one.
I've still not seen The Exorcist yet, which I've got a copy of, but I never watched it.
Apparently, it's terrible.
Yeah, but it's got a very big cult.
I don't even want to say it.
No, that's fine. But that's got a big cult movie. You know, it's got a big following. The Exorcist.
Is that the original?
Yeah, I'm talking about the original one. The original one from like.
I've seen them all. I've seen all the other. I've seen the sequels.
Okay.
I actually went to cinema to see Exorcist 3. No, but shitless.
Yeah.
But it's Exorcist. I saw Exorcist, the first one. I think I was 13 or 12. About 12.
Was it mid-70s? Mid-70s, I think it was released. Or mid to late 80s. 70s.
I saw it on VHS with I Spit on Your Grave.
Uh-huh.
I watched both. And I remember I watched Exorcist, and when I was only a friend of mine, they had copies of it on VHS. When video were coming out, and I watched Exorcist, and I went home and I shit myself. I did. I was a kid, and then I saw it as an adult in me late 20s.
And it looked like shite.
I couldn't stop laughing.
Okay, I'll have to give that a go.
Stitches.
I'll have to give that a go. Anyway,
I'm not a fan of it.
The Fog next week, that is a classic, and it's John Carpenter, so you can't go wrong with it. So
didn't they remake that?
I've never seen the remake. I know they've remade it.
No, I haven't. No, I think Tom Welling's in the remake from Smallville.
I should try it. I might have to give that a go, actually.
Yeah,
but most remakes don't work. Most remakes don't work, but I
think he's in it. Tom Welling. You remember Smallville?
Yeah. I never saw Smallville. I know the actor, but I never saw.
Yeah,
Smallville.
well, the actor. I think he's in the remake of The Fog.
Okay.
I think so.
They've remade The Mist into a TV series. They remade The Poltergeist into a TV series. Oh no, it's a movie. All the 3 films I actually put on my thing, they've all been remade, and most of them normally don't. The remakes don't make. So I don't know.
Well, the new Exorcist that come out on 4K this week, they're all. I mean, they say it's absolutely crap.
Yeah,
I mean,
they normally are.
Yeah, I'm not interested. It's not my thing.
No,
it's like Hellraiser. I've seen the first.
Hellraiser's overrated.
Yeah, I saw the first one.
It's all right. I don't dislike it. It's not as good as it should be. And
then
I
saw the second one, which I found more interesting because you got more background.
Yeah.
I liked Uncle
Xenobites,
Frank.
what are they called? Yeah.
Uncle Frank, Garrick were interesting.
Oh yeah, Andrew Robson was in it, wasn't he? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and then one night I came in from pub pissed, and on BBC about 1 o'clock in the morning, there was one set on the space station.
I saw the space one. I quite like the space one.
Yeah, they're the only ones I've seen.
Yeah,
but a friend of mine who's into it, he said there's been over 10 movies.
Yeah, I've got quite a few. I don't think I've got all 10, but I've got quite a few.
I'm just not bothered. And then the remake, it's on its way.
Oh, it looks like shite though. I've seen some clips of it. Also, it just doesn't look very good. I don't know.
Well, Pinhead's now
stuff. Yeah, Pinhead's now a woman. Yeah, I saw that picture.
Yeah. So you got Lady Pinhead. Yeah.
Yeah, Lady Pinhead, or Miss Pinhead, or Pinhead. Oh, no.
Mrs. Pinhead. Yeah.
Yeah, Mrs. P. I don't know. Stop remaking stuff. Stop remaking it. Hate it.
Just fucking leave it alone. I mean, to me, Hellraiser's had its time. I've seen some of them. It's like Nightmare on Elm Street. I mean,
I saw the first 3 and then I got bored of it.
Yeah, I saw Dream Warriors.
Dream Warriors is
yeah.
Yeah.
And then I caught on Channel 4 one night, that one where it's all in reverse, that they're all acting in a film, but Freddy does exist.
Yeah, I
But
heard
then-
of that.
And then I saw the crossover one.
Mm-hmm.
the
You see
Freddy
more than I
versus-
have. You've done good, you see.
No, I haven't seen that. I just, this is what I've caught when I've been like,
Okay.
I,
You see,
I
you
did
see-
see Freddy versus Jason.
Oh. Yeah, Friday the
And do you
13th
know-
was. Yeah, go on. Was it like? Was it good?
Have you not seen it, Freddy versus Jason?
No, I've not seen the crossover one.
Well, it's terrible. Do you know the sequel? Do you know the sequel? Do you know what
Yeah.
the sequel was going to be?
No.
Freddy versus Chucky.
Oh, Chucky's another one. I didn't mind the original Chucky, but that's had another. All these films have got so many remakes, or not remakes, sequels, and it's like honestly, a lot of them don't have enough to warrant like 5 to 10 sequel movies. I don't know how they keep going on.
No.
It's really strange. I mean, I think the original movies are okay, but none of them deserve more than I'd say at least one or at the maximum 2 sequel movies. That's it.
Well,
And like,
it-
you know, it
it's
just
like-
goes on. Halloween's another one. Halloween's had so many remakes of it.
Yeah, I think.
I
mean,
really- yeah.
50 movies.
I know, I just
He
get
always
tired of
comes
it.
back.
Yeah,
I mean,
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
He'll be back. You know.
well, yeah, it doesn't matter what I mean. The disembowel it.
Yeah, they'll
chop
cut his
it
head
up,
off and he'll
burn it,
Yeah, and he'll just come
Kill
back
it.
out. The ashes will
And
fall
then-
back together, and he'll be back together,
and
and
then somehow
another
at the
mask.
begin-
I can't be doing it.
yeah, and is that in? Is it a bit of his body's in water?
I
and
don't
hand
mind
burns and he's
horror.
back?
I don't mind horror if it's well written. I mean, like, there's some great horrors. I'm a big fan of the '80s remake of The Fly. That was a horror movie, but it was also
Yeah, but that
great
worked,
sci-fi.
didn't it?
But it
That
really,
works.
really works.
You know,
so
the thing
solid.
worked, didn't it?
And the thing, as a prime example, you can get some great sci-fi horror, but you also get this
Yeah.
little shite cluttering up and just banging up one after the other, and it's just like, no, okay, you've told your story, don't tell it again with a
Well,
different
yeah.
person.
Did you know there were Chucky the series?
No, I didn't know this TV series.
It's 2 seasons now.
Is it?
I've never seen it. Yeah.
I think
I'm
I've only
not
seen the
interested.
first-
I
no.
don't want to see it.
The first Chucky was all right. I was about very take it or leave it. But I don't know. Again, a lot of these movies, I don't know how they keep coming back for more and more and more. It's weird.
Well, I mean, let's look at Jason. I mean, like, is it Friday 13th?
Jason
I mean, he's
Voorhees.
going around Jason killing everybody, and then they get rid of him. I mean, they kill
come
him off
back.
every movie. But why? What's the purpose in it all? He just gets up. He's like some new people happen to turn up at the holiday camp, and he's like resurrected. And
Yeah, he's come out of the
slaughtering
water or
everybody.
something, isn't he? Or he's kind of he's dug out. He's come out of a coffin or something, and he's come.
Yeah,
he's,
there's
and
something.
he's,
There's something fucking
and
ridiculous.
again, it just goes on, and it's kind of like, okay,
Yeah, and that's it. I actually saw one. I think were he on a space station?
oh, another one in space.
Yeah, I'm sure there was one where he were in New York and he got done by electricity trap. That one I came in from pub pissed and it were on.
It was a sort
You
of
know.
like kebab and beer kind of movie, isn't it? Kind of thing.
Yeah, and I saw end of it and he got electrocuted on third rail and he became human.
Oh God, you're putting me off watching
were it,
any of
and
these
then-
again.
I don't know. I just I like the horror films like Fright Night.
Yeah, fine, that's great.
I'll tell you why Fright Night was so good. It was terrifying in parts. There
it
were
was,
moments,
Mm.
but there was a cool sense of humour with it as well.
Yeah, but I mean, if we review The Fog next week, it's not the most scary movie, but it's quite a compelling story of this
Yeah,
thing.
no, it is, and I
It's-
love the end scene.
Yeah,
I love
and it's
the-
really, really.
you know,
that
the
last
ending with
scene
the
is
cross.
really, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
And then it goes black. And, yeah, well, obviously we'll talk about it next week.
because
Great movie.
they're not evil. That's
Yeah,
theirs.
just
and they
it's
want
their
it back.
revenge. Yeah, they come back to
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, that's for next week.
Yeah, that's next week.
Shall we go into this? Facts of the
One
week?
more thing.
Yeah,
One
go
more
for it,
thing.
go for it.
Apparently, the new Aliens movie or TV set has been viewed.
Oh, that's gone quiet. I've not heard anything about that for
Yeah,
ages.
Alien Romulus. Well, apparently, what they call that famous director? He did Prometheus.
Well, James Cameron.
No, not James Cameron. Ridley Scott.
Oh, Ridley Scott. Yeah.
He said he's seen some test screens. Said it's absolute. This new Alien. It's called Alien Romulus. Apparently, it's meant to be amazing.
Oh, great! I love the Alien franchise.
But they've not revealed the cast.
Oh, well, that's okay.
But I think there's been a bit of a test footage with some of it.
And it sounds good. That's brilliant. I can't wait
Yeah.
for that. Absolutely. I'm always up for an alien movie. I loved almost all. I mean, actually, I thought about you because this movie you're going to review in a minute, it involves a prison with these people. And of course, I thought of Alien 3, where they're also in a prison. So
Can we not talk about that film because it's
I know.
prejudiced against northern people, and I actually thought you were better.
Every
than
time
this.
I mention this movie, you get all
I'm
defensive.
gonna go. I've never. You bring it up. I've told you. You're now upset. It's
Oh, is that the end? So
northern
we
people.
can't review it. We can never review Alien 3.
No, because that film is
Aw.
northernist. It's northernist. It is. Every criminal on that planet were a northerner. You know, it just says bad things about people from Yorkshire. and certainly T Guy were in it as well. Now we can review it. I'm up for it. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, we've got to do that at some point. I'm sorry. That's going to be
Yeah,
really
yeah.
funny. Anyway, look, we're going to have a short one tonight. So let's go into our focus of the week. So here we go.
It's the
Solar Sci-Fi.
focus of the week.
All right, so this week we've got a movie that Martin told me to check out. I did check it out, and like as we just discussed before the jingle, it did remind me of another movie, which I'm now banned from talking about this week. So it is, of course, Fortress from 1992, an Australian production, which even Martin didn't realise, and I just saw it at the end credits, which features Christopher Lambert. Is it Christopher Lambert or Christopher Lambert? Because it's
I think it is. I think it's Lambert. Actually, it's French.
Yeah, exactly. And
I
people say
never think
Lambert.
of him being. To me, he's not French. I don't think of him being French.
No, I've never even
I
thought
never
about
have
it.
done.
Yeah,
No.
well, whatever he is.
It's
either-
Lambert. I think it is Lambert. Yeah.
Yeah, because I've got an old friend called with the surname Lambert. I've always called her Lambert.
Yeah,
I think, and her sister calls her Bert, which is quite funny, I think.
Yeah.
But I always go there. Is it Christopher Lambert or Lambert? Because you can hear
Lambert.
people, yeah, whatever, him. But and also two actors who also I know from Star Trek. One of them, of course, being Jeffrey Combs, who of course I'm a big fan of, Wayoon and all the others, and Kurtwood Smith. There's also some other actors as well. There was the guy in it who was in what's the movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger where he's trying to get his daughter back, who's in oh god, what is it?
Commando.
Yeah, Commando, and he played a soldier in that who was a sort of like an antagonist for Schwarzenegger. He was in this, and he had the numbers. I think it was 128 on his forehead or something. He was in that.
Yeah.
Actor. I can't think of his name. I'm trying to see him on here, but it's not coming up. I think it's Tom Towers. I think it is Tom Towers.
Well, wasn't he the guy Arnie were fancying at the end?
Yeah. I know it's not him. Anyway, I can't see him on here, but he was
No.
in that. So, Martin, tell me all about this movie. Why did you recommend it? Why are we reviewing it? What did you like about it?
It's set in a dystopian society. The evil corporations are now running the prison system. How many films have we seen like that?
Yeah.
And it's an unescapable prison that's under the ground, like a mile underground. It's massive. It's run by a cyborg corporate entity who's in love with Christopher Lambert or Lambert's wife.
You can tell it's Lambert.
And he's imprisoned. He's obviously he's ex-military, Christopher Lambert, and and he sent him and his wife sent to prison. They're both on 2 floors, seeing each other like from the balcony. And if you have a dirty fantasy, Kurtwood Smith comes into your head and says you're not allowed to do it. So you can't.
You can't even have a wet. You can't even have a
You
wet.
can't
dream.
even have a wank in this place. It's that bad. And everybody tries to beat up Lambert at the beginning, and he forms them. He gets like Jeffrey Combs them together and form a plan to get out and escape.
Yeah.
And they do. And in destroying the place as it is. I mean, it's the standard format of a corporate prison movie, like No Escape we did a couple
Which
of weeks ago.
I was reminded of that. I did think about that as well. Yeah.
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 There is a sequel to this film.
Is there? Okay.
There's
so there's a
Fortress
sequel.
2, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what was that like?
Fortress
Was it a film or a book or what?
2. I think it was just made for video.
Oh, so it didn't get very far then. Okay.
I don't know, and I never saw it, but there was a sequel to it. It's not Christopher Lambert or Lambert is not in it,
Okay.
but it's sort of different. It's sort of new stock footage. I've only seen it once on VHS.
Okay.
But there's another prison film I want to cover in the future with Guy Pearce sat on a space station above Earth.
Oh, what's that called?
I don't know, I forgot, but I will find it and I will let
That
you know.
sounds slightly familiar, as you said.
Yeah, I bet you've seen it, because I'm a big Guy Pearce fan. But it's all about him getting out of the prison, saving his wife, and everybody who helps him
It's
get
not
killed.
Sunshine. It's not Sunshine, is it? Because that's quite a good one.
No, there's a hostage situation on a space station, and the president sends him up there. Prisoners have got some weapon, and Guy Pearce has to go up there and put a stop to it. But it's sat on a space prison, so it's another one of them owned by a corporation. They're always owned
Yeah, I
by
mean,
a corporation.
I think the small criticism I have is that its premise, in some ways, isn't that original. I mean, we
No.
review THX 1138 several months
Yeah,
back,
same premise.
which had a similar premise.
Yeah,
I'm also reminded a bit of the third story arc of Star Wars Andor, where they were in prison and they were trying to get out, and they sort of like had the same thing where if they
Yeah.
stepped on the ground, it was red, they would actually get electrocuted. You know, it's
Definitely.
and the also the infamous movie which cannot be mentioned, which features a lot of people from the northern part of the UK.
Now that, can we
Also had
talk
a- I
about
don't know,
that again?
I didn't say the word. I didn't say the word. Right. Right. So it's not the original. It's not the most original premise, but
Yeah.
I did like it. I wasn't blown away by it because, like I said, I'd seen things similar in the past. But I liked things I liked about it were the actors involved with it. I thought it was very good. I liked the idea of a state so bad that you can't even dream. You haven't even got the freedom to dream. And then, of course, the Kurtwood Smith character starts going after Lambert's wife. He wants to get his leg over her. And, of course, what also, which was interesting, was he was actually an advanced human. He had had enhancements done to him, modified, so that he wasn't quite. But then, at one point, he inadvertently sort of breaks the rules, and then the computer starts sort of like blocking his access, and he gets all sorts of things sort of go on. I mean, how was this film received? Was it popular? Do you know if it was successful or?
I saw it at the Odeon in '92.
Okay.
One of the films that sort of popped. I remember I'd seen Summer and I saw a trailer for it, and it looked interesting. And so when it popped, it wasn't there for long, but I went to see it, and I did walk out of there, and I thought I enjoyed that. And I never sort of forgot it either. I've not seen it. I think I saw it once on VHS. I've never seen it on DVD if it is out there.
Okay.
So it never really crossed my mind, and I never caught it on TV either.
Okay, well, I'm actually just looking at this. This is interesting. Have a look at this show on here. It actually, let's see if it shows up. Stupid thing that's going to show up.
I can't say anything.
No, I know, but it's actually got a picture of Christopher Lambert in Fortress 2. 7 years after the original Fortress movie, Brennick, along with the rebels, have captured and sent to a new, more sophisticated fortress prison in outer space. And actually, the actual clips are looking quite good. It's got a low rating on the Internet Movie Database, but it looks like Christopher Lambert is back in it, and also the second.
Was he in it?
Yeah, he's in the sequel.
So they catch him again.
Yeah, he's captured again, and he goes into a new prison, but this time it's in space. And on the cast list, it's got some people I know in it. It's got the actress, who I think is his wife, is this time played, and I don't recognise her. She played Tasha Yar's sister in The Next Generation. There's an episode where Tasha Yar's sister is a terrorist or something, and they think she's going to be nice like Tasha Yar, because this is after she died, and she double crosses them. And then another guy in it is the guy that played Marty. Remember Gopher Marty in Stargate SG-1? The guy
Yeah,
that was on Earth?
yeah.
He's in it. And I reckon... did the Jeffrey Combs character survive at the end, or was he killed? He got killed, didn't he?
No, with the truck, didn't the truck come out and kill one
I
of
can't
them?
remember if he died at the end. But he's got... I don't know whether that's him. But the sequel, which I'm actually interested to check out now, has got some actors in it which I know I'm familiar with, which is always a good sign. The sequel's got a low rating of 4.5, but this one also had a low rating. This only had a rating of 5.9. So, and I think it deserves a higher rating than that. I think it was good. So I'll let you know about the sequel, because that's something I'm quite interested about now.
Yeah, I'd like to say that. I'd like to say.
Yeah,
sequel.
I don't know. I mean, like I said, it just happened to come up on my phone, but
I thought that was just made for VHS. The sequel.
I don't know. I mean, like I said, it's come up on the sequel, but on the recommendation. But I mean, just find out. It's got a low. I know we're talking about the original one, but I'm just curious now that there's a sequel one to it as well. So Fortress 2. It's gone up. So it's made in 2000. So it was made about 8 years after the original one. And what does it say about it? Right.
Yeah, that'll have gone to DVD.
Yeah, I can't see much about it. It's on video. I know that. I can't see the movie on there, but yeah.
Because
Okay.
Lambert's sort of career, sort of after Highlander and all that.
Yeah, he was the
Highlander. Went down a bit
Highlander was the high point, as far as I'm aware. I know he did some.
of his career.
Was he in Gorillas in the Mist as well?
I think it was. Yeah,
I
he
think with
became
Sigourney
famous.
yeah.
He became famous. He did a film called The Subway, one of them weird French noir artistic
Film
movies.
noir things, what it's called.
Yeah, it was called Subway. It made him a star. And he did he was in a few things, but I've never really seen him in that much after that sort of time, 80s, 90s. Yeah, I can't say it.
No, that's it.
I can now.
Yeah, it just looks quite good, actually.
Yeah, right.
I'll check that. Okay. Well, I'm going to check out the sequel as well. But yeah, I like the movie. I think it had some. Like I said, it didn't have the most originality.
No.
But it took off good elements of different things. Like I said, it was influenced by TH11138, what it's called, THX 1138.
Yeah.
This would have been made, actually. It would have been made at a similar time to a certain movie in another franchise, which I can't mention. I think. When was the movie with the other prison movie?
I don't want to talk about that film.
Well, all right, but it was made at a similar time.
Can you? I'm telling you.
I can't help it. It's relevant. It's relevant.
There'll be loads of Northerners outside your house tomorrow with
What, they're going to get a train,
placards.
are they? They're going to get a train down from Yorkshire, are they, and come down and knock on my door? But I did like it. I think it was a pretty interesting movie.
Yeah, it was roundabout. Yeah, sort of near each other. That one.
Yeah. That's why I brought it up. But yeah, it was alright. It was okay.
The film's not original. It's not, but I think it's one of them things. If something sticks with you for a long time, I think it deserves to be remembered.
Yeah, I'm glad I checked it out. I'm glad.
I'm glad. That's why I thought a lot of people probably don't even remember it, and it's always, for some reason it's stuck in. It's more Kurtwood Smith that stuck with me.
Oh, well, you know I'm a big fan of
Then,
Kurtwood Smith.
I remember when I saw it, I kept saying, "Oh, that's him in Clarence Body Cream, RoboCop."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 'cause this was after he was in RoboCop, so
Yeah,
that's what made
'cause
him famous.
Yeah, because he has such a fantastic voice. That he has one of them voices in.
Actually, he would have done this only a year after being in Star Trek 60 on a Discovered Country as well. He would have about a year after he was in that. So,
And he was fantastic in Voyager.
yeah, Voyager was after this. He would have done Voyager
he was
after this.
fantastic in that. Yeah.
Yeah, he was as Anoraks and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
good movie. I'm glad that we checked it out. I will say that what I actually remember about it from media was not the actual name of the movie, but the poster with Christopher Lambert's face on it. I remember seeing that when I was doing the thumbnail. That's where I remembered it from. So I don't know why. Normally a film isn't remembered by its logo, its graphic, but I remember that film, image of him with his face near the camera.
Yeah.
And I recognised it, and that's when I thought, oh yes, I do vaguely remember this, although I never saw it. So yeah, it was good. All right, so Zoom is going to have a short one tonight, so we're going to just time to wrap up. So let's ask you, what did you give it out of 10? What did you rate it?
I'm going to give it a 7.
Okay.
I think that's high enough for me because I remembered it for a long time. I can't go any higher than a 7.
I'll give it a 6. I liked it, but I wasn't blown away by it. I think 6.
That's fair
It was
enough.
definitely.
I agree.
I think it was a good movie to check out. I would definitely want to see it again at some point. Oh, I'm already interested in the sequel now, so that's a good sign, isn't it? You know, it's like, but yeah, good production. It was nice that it was made in Australia, which is different from most movies.
I'll find that Guy Pearce one.
Okay, yeah, all right. I do like sort of episodes and films where people are in prison. You know, it reminds me of things like the Count of Monte Cristo, where he's like jailed for years. Or the episode of Hard Time.
Dug his way through a wall for 20
Yeah.
years.
I also like Hard Time, the episode of DS9 with O'Brien, where he's in a cell for 20 years. I find that quite compelling, and that was actually in my top 10 episodes of Deep Space Nine, and that was a prison episode.
I do agree. There's nothing spectacularly different about this film.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
the only.
the acting
Yeah,
and how it were all set up, it draws you into it. But it's nothing new with this. Because how many films have we seen about the corporate prison? You know.
Exactly. And we've already reviewed at least one or two in over the last 4 or 5 years. So, but anyway, Martin, thank you for that. I really enjoyed that. Thank you for telling me about it. And if you haven't seen it, check it out. It's out there. I'm sure there's places you can buy it, or it might be on some streaming sites, whatever it is. So if you're bored, give it a go. Check it out. On that note, we're going to sign off. Next week we're going to be doing, because it's sort of around Halloween, we tend to do a sort of more of a horror sort of that sort of type of movie at this time of year. And like I said, we were voted on my channel for The Fog, and it actually came out way above the other 2 options, which is great. So I'll say thank you, Martin. I'm going to leave with a very unusual off-the-topic thing. Some friends I follow on YouTube are called the Graveyard Goons. They do all sorts of funny things. And one guy or one character that they do is this guy called Little PP, who's this gangster rapper kind of thing, and he does his really weird stuff. I don't know why I'm put this week, but it's my channel, and I just thought it'd be funny. So enjoy the Graveyard Goons. Martin, thank you very much. We'll be back next week on the Solar One Sci-Fi Podcast. Live long and prosper.
Live long and prosper.
Yeah, baby, what's up? You know it's me, Lil PP. We coming to the liquor store, we robbing on a TT, baby. And you know we gonna get it hard. Hard liquor, baby, hard liquor, and the paint is off, shit. You know we playing outside with the fucking ball and the basketball in my eyes. You know I'm dribbling and doing this shit, but I'm so drunk because I drank a bunch of shots. I put them right on my butt, and like I'm I'm drunk as shit cause I've been chugging some fucking man, I put the photo in my booty and you know it's so good, baby. I gotta get it right, I can have taste buds in my booty hole if I like it. And I can suck it all down and chug it all up. And I'm so drunk, you know it's time to get fucked up. And the cops, they on my ass. They pull me over every day, they don't even let me pass. I said, fuck this dude, I'm trying to go right now. I'm gonna drink it, the Benny's gonna drink it all down like whoop, 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 whoop. I'm drunk, and I'm day drinking out in the trunk. Baby, whoop, whoop,